This is Luke's Dreamworld. Relax Sunday. Part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. This day you can watch all the episode of Luke's Dreamworld Part 21 and the topic is grief, but I also talk about the projects I'm working on. Hope you have some fun. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Brain Food Monday. Part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I took the topic grief, but as I told you, sometimes we'll talk about different things as well because a lot happened during the past week and I want to tell you about it. But I will start with the quote every day, so I start with a quote about grief now. It's from Veronica Roth. Grief is not as heavy as guilt, but it takes more away from you. Maybe I should have talked about guilt, because I think talking about grief is very hard. I know that it hurts when you lose someone, for example. And this week I looked at a documentary about mindfulness, and someone told that the mindfulness helped her coping with her grief because her son died. And she was filled with grief and she couldn't function even. She had such a lot of pain, and that's when she found out that she needed help, and she went into therapy, and the therapist told her about mindfulness, and then she learned how to cope with her emotions. I've talked about the now and being in the moment, and that's what mindfulness is trying to accomplish as well, because then you can put your thoughts on what you're doing and where you are now. And when you are thinking about what you're doing now, there is no room for your grief, or there's less room, and the pain is not gonna vanish, but it will lessen. And that's what this woman told about how mindfulness helped her by coping with the pain and the grief. And I thought it was a very inspiring story because you could tell that it was hard. And I know that when you have grief, it will be hard for you as well. I have to admit that I don't have a lot to do with grief, luckily. But maybe that's because how I cope with my emotions as well, because I let them come and look at them and I let them go again. And this is how it works for me, and it's a kind of mindfulness as well. And this is a way you can cope and work with your grief and lessen it. So maybe it can work for you as well. And even like the mindfulness, when you have some problems with your emotions, you could look at it and see if it's something that can help you. Okay, well, this was the story about mindfulness and a woman and a lot of grief and surely a lot of pain as well. And it worked for her, so hopefully it can work for you as well. Tomorrow I will talk about a trip I made on a bicycle with some family I met, and hope to see you tomorrow on the Positive Tuesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Positive Tuesday. Part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I took the topic grief, and I have a very beautiful quote about it. And it will help me to talk about something else as well. It's from Alison Brechtel. Grief takes many forms, including the absence of grief. I told you yesterday that I don't have a lot of grief, but maybe that's because I have coped with the losses I've had. I've lost my parents, but it is a long time ago, and time heals wounds for sure. So that's why I don't have a lot of grief right now, luckily. And I went to a family member last week, and we talked about some grief as well, and the grief that she has because her partner is he has a brain damage, and he is dementing. It's like he is losing his thoughts and his memories, and that's hard. And my aunt has to cope with that, and she has to live with this man, and it's not the same man that she was with when she met him. So that's very hard, and but she still takes care of him, although it's at the moment it's so hard that she doesn't know what to do. So maybe she's going to see if he can get in a nursery home, and hopefully it works for him as well. And I tell you this story because something happened as well. He always was repairing bikes, and he told he had a bike for me. And I thought, well, I go there and I get back on the bike, and now I know that how his brain functions, and although he thinks he has given me a very nice bike, a lot of things weren't right, and he doesn't know it. It hadn't a gear light, or the brakes were even a bit rotten. So I took the bike to be polite, and I repaired it at home. And I rode the bike for about 2 hours to my place, and it was a bit dangerous, but it was kind of adventure as well. So something else I did was, like I told you, I repaired the bike, and now I have another bike, and I use it as a spare bike, so something good came out of it as well. Okay, tomorrow I would like to tell you about a way to relax. So hope to see you tomorrow on the Inspiration Wednesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inspiration Wednesday, part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with the quote. Suffering is so real, and I walk among so many who have no idea how much my soul is aching to be healed. It's from Nicky Rowe. Well, I understand I told about grief and about how it can hurt, and then your soul or your mind has to heal, and it can take a lot of time for sure. What I try to do is I try to relax sometimes, although during this COVID period there were some measurements taken about restaurants closed and also the wellness closed, and I thought it was a pity because that's what I do when I need some rest. And once a month I go to a sauna and relax. And that's what I really enjoy, and it works so good for me. It's good for my health, and it's good for my body. And I always joke that I go on a holiday 12 times a year, but in fact it's just one time a month I go to a wellness resort to get some rest and relax and have a lunch and go to swim in the pool and soak in the hot tub and go from the warm bath into the cold bath. That's something I really like, especially when it's winter and it's they have a pool outside and it's very cold. And when you come from your sauna and you're so hot and steaming, and then you take a shower and you go into that pool, then it feels so good. It's almost a natural high I've talked about, and you get shivers through your body, and it feels very nice for me. It's something some people don't like it because the idea of very hot, they don't like it, or the idea of very cold, but I assure you, it's my opinion, I really enjoy it, and it works for me. So it's a holiday just one day in the month, and it keeps me relaxed and clean. And like I told you, it could work for you as well. So if you have some emotional problems and you want to leave them behind just for one day, I could consider a wellness resort for you as well. And hopefully it works. Okay, well, this was the Inspiration Wednesday. I hope to see you tomorrow on the Life Hack Thursday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Life Hack Thursday, Part 21. Hey everybody and welcome back. I told you this week I would talk about grief, but sometimes I'm gonna let it go, as today I don't have a quote. It's because I have talked with someone I know, kind of a friend. He's a composer, and he called me and I'm kind of coaching him. I really enjoy that because he is very musical. He is a contemporary music composer, and it's not really my style, but he creates some things that are played by some classical orchestras, and it's a kind of modern classic. And I'm trying to help him to see if we can release or re-release his CDs. And he called me because he was a bit stuck in the past and he had some grief about it, and I could tell him that about being in the now, and also that it's very important to let your grief come and go again. And something else happened as well, because I am working on my project and I thought, well, I can help him, but maybe I should manage him more and see if we can get some contracts. But then I also have to think about myself. So I'm gonna do him a business proposition. I will ask him a percentage of his income, what comes in from the things I'm doing. It's a bit new for me because I wasn't that business-like, but I guess that when you do things for someone and it's very special, it's a speciality as well. He doesn't know anything about contracts or negotiations, and I am going to help him with it. I know a bit about music rights and he doesn't know anything about it. I know about recording and about releasing records as well. So I'm going to negotiate for him, and I think if he can earn something on it, maybe he could give me a percentage of it. So I'm gonna see if he wants it or not, but at least I think I have to ask it because I am working on my pension as well. Well, I keep you posted about it, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Healthy Friday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Healthy Friday, Part 21. Hey everybody and welcome back. Today I start with a quote. I've had people tell me to get over it. I politely tell them, how about if I chop off your finger and see if it grows back? It's from Jim Sheeler. Well, this week I took the topic about grief because I told you I don't know much about it, and the thing is, you never know what goes on in someone else. And like this quote, you can tell that some people have a lot of pain, and I don't know how it works, so it's easy for me to say get over it or let it go or let your pain come in and then it will resolve. But this is how it works for me, and I've told it many times, and people have their own path and see how they can deal with their own grief. So this is something I hope you keep in mind. And I told you also I want to talk about different things and what I'm doing about the project. This is about seeing if I can create my dream life, and I realized that when I want something I have to take action. So what I did was I've changed my playlists for the music, and I've changed them in Dreamhood dance grooves instead of Dreamhood pop lists, because I'm going to see if I can organize some events also. And that's because then I can organize a dance event somewhere. I'm going to talk with a church, where a big church, they have events as well, and see if I can organize the Dreamhood Dance Grooves Part 1 in that church. And not because I get rich from it, because I don't know, but I have to take a risk, and then I hopefully can create some buzz about my name, about Luke Dreamhood, and see if people are going to follow you, and see if they like the music I'm going to spin as a DJ. So this is something I'm working on, and tomorrow I tell you about the holiday and about some of the tracks I'm working on, because that's a process as well. So hope to see you tomorrow on the Inside Saturday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inside Saturday, Part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, I don't have a quote today because I want to talk about my process. Maybe that's some process about grief also, because I have to make some decisions. And that's always hard. But I am working on some new tracks, and I wanted them to finish in 2 weeks, because I told you I would maybe go on a holiday to Hungary, but I don't know if I want to go, because I am organizing some events as well, and I think I have to work on the tracks a bit more and take some time, because it's a creative process and it doesn't work for me like I have to do it in 2 weeks or just finish it. I finish it when it's finished, and I have, for one of the new tracks of Playpad and Ging, it's gonna be kind of a party track about flying high. That's the title, and I sung some of the lyrics. There are a few lyrics, but now I have to find some effects, because I want to change my voice and see if I can create something that sounds a bit different than my own voice. Well, maybe you heard about a vocoder. Daft Punk used it, and I would like to experiment with that kind of sound. So that's what I'm going to do, but it takes some time to learn about the effects and what works, and how I have to record it, and how I have to use those effects as well. So it could take some time, and that's why I told you that I don't know if I'm going on a holiday, because I prefer to give my project the first priority, because I want to achieve a goal. And I can always go for a holiday to my brother for a few weeks instead of the 4 weeks, because I think it's a bit long, and I don't want to take that much time away from my project. So I still don't know what's going on, and if I'm going to decide whether or not I go on a holiday, but I keep you posted. This was the week about the grief, and about the Luke Dreamhood projects as well. I hope to see you tomorrow on the Relax Sunday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Relax Sunday, Part 21. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed Part 21 of Luke's Dreamworld. Next week in Part 22, I take the topic Power of Thought. But as you noticed in this week, I don't know if I keep on to the topic, but we'll see. Hope to see you there. Bye.